Hello everybody, welcome to another episode. Today, we have some big stuff ahead. If you all saw the last episode, you're gonna know we worked on the nether and made a gold farm even better, so let's get right into it. Today's main goal is to work on our industrial district. We have this gunpowder farm, now let's get an iron farm in. Alright, that's the first part of it done. Now we just have to start extending it out. This is the easy part, unfortunately. Now this is done, we have to start getting zombies in our little containers. This is gonna be one of the hardest parts, but not yet the hardest. But while we waited for turn 9, let's actually start putting water in here. Alright, this part's done, and it's almost night, so let's just skip to that. All the zombies are in, time for the last and honestly worst one. Now we have to get the villagers and the beds all in here, so let's just get this done. Good thing we have these guys down here, but now we have to figure out a way to actually get them over there so we can make a little breeder. The problem is these are actually good villagers, so we might just bring them over then bring them back, or just get rid of them. So I don't want villager trades in the iron farm, just so he doesn't mess it up. We have one villager in the nether, now we have to figure a way to lead him up over there. So let's try to get him over here, then we can start sectioning it off. That's one on the other side, and we just need one more. There you are, this villager actually escaped, so let's get him back. Wait, it'll be perfect to get him on this thing. It's number 2 done. Now we have to set up a place to actually start to get 2 breeding. Now that we actually have both of these, we have to find a way to get them higher up. So what I'm thinking right now is we can either use bubble columns or a big ladder. So I gotta think about that. Perfect is we actually can get some kelp so we can make those bubble columns. I'm gonna go with that. I was thinking about it, and that's probably the easiest way we can do it. And we don't have to mess with it just running up a circle, because villagers are just so annoying. Alright, the idea is that they flow up here, then they go down right here, and that's where they're gonna stay, and the baby's gonna fall out right here, and they're gonna go in these contraptions. Hopefully this should work out. And we have these beds, so they should be able to start breeding immediately. It's our first 3 in, so let's start getting all the rest. What? Oh my god, they just got struck by lightning, now they're witches. So that's a bit back up. So we're almost halfway done. We have one right here, so that's a big problem. Now we should make a copper rod. This should definitely stop that from happening. Right here should be the perfect spot. So no more witches in our iron farm for us. I didn't think that would be a problem. We are so close. Now we only have one more contraption left, but we do have these 3 done. These have actually been running, and we have a good probably 10 stacks of iron already. What we're gonna do is automatically craft these into blocks later on in the episode. And perfect, this is all done. But that's definitely not the end of it. We actually have to sort this now. But we do have a couple stacks to help us with the hoppers with the sorting system. Over here should have the bulk of it. We just need some redstone and this. We'll also need this crafter. Oh, that should be more than enough, so let's get this done. Here we go. This is just a basic sorter, and I want to get the iron to auto-craft in the blocks, because right now we're almost at 3 chests full. So the idea is we can just put a crafter right here. It's going to be spit onto a hopper and just into chests. And right here, since it's going to be a composter, again, going to hoppers and chests. Then the iron farm should finally be done. Alright, cut that. This won't work. It's making iron bars for some reason. So let's make a more complicated design. So we're gonna want to get this to go somehow into that. We could use like droppers or dispensers shooting out the items going to water streams, then go in the chest over here. Or we can like make hoppers going out, then this. I'm thinking about using the hoppers and chests, but I don't have very much ice right now, so I gotta see how that would work. Alright, let's scrap this. I have a good idea. So we're gonna basically do a water stream going over there, and that's gonna auto sort over there, and that's gonna be the big sorter in all of this. Every single one. That, this, everything. So we're gonna have glass tubes going out here. We're gonna have water shooting down. There's gonna be a bit of packed ice in the sign. It's gonna keep going. It's gonna end up in an auto sorter like this for iron. Then it's gonna fully end up all in here in blocks. We have the idea of a tube out, but we need to find a way to fit this into here so we can get the blocks. Or we can just not do blocks and just do ingots. It's either or either. How to iron ore to get? Oh, I get it. Never mind. I think we're just gonna put the sorter to the side and not use that, because I don't think of a way to actually put it in here without it doing anything wrong. Or we could do the way we did earlier, but for some reason I made other stuff randomly. But we can try that out. But first, we actually need to connect this tube together. Alright, we have the tube done. Now we just need to find some packed ice so we can have it flowing better. I think we might have some at the house. Alright, we do have 3 packed ice. That might not be enough, but it could give us, wait, bingo, there it is. So let's get this done. Alright, this part's done. So let's see how this actually does. Now we just need 2 observers, which we should have over here. Yes, we do. We have observers and redstone. This should give us some enough we need. We do need to light this place up though. It's only over there that's a problem. If we place a piece of redstone and 2 observers, we should make an infinite clock. Now that items from the iron farm should flow into our automatic sorting system, my idea is to get every single farm in this all go into one specific area, this being the middle, and we can expand this any way we want. Our next farm for this video is actually going to be a sugarcane farm, because all these rockets are going to get a handful. This should be more than enough sand for the sugarcane farm, only about 9 stacks. Now, it's just going to be the bad part is placing all these water buckets. Next, we actually have to find all the sugarcane. Again, we need about 9 stacks to get this fully working. More and more water. We're about halfway through, but it's just water, 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 water. Now exactly, this cannot be right. There must be a problem somewhere. None of the entities are loading. Weird. But I'm pretty sure they still are here. We can open the chests. There we go. That's the first step. But right now we have to get more slime to extend this out. But let's change the sugarcane into paper with a quick way I know. I found this design. You put sugarcane and it shoots out paper 100% of the time. And none of this random sugar that was happening. It just comparators. I don't know, comparating. I don't know much about it. Now it's time to actually make some tubes, and we're going to connect it to the gunpowder farm, and I'm automatically crafting fireworks, which are then going to be going over here, having our big sorting system. You can see earlier I actually fixed this up. It's doing blocks now, and what I turned 2 into 1 by splitting it off, which I think was actually pretty smart. Now that we have the tubes, we just need the middle thing right here, which is just simple 2 crafters, one going into the other, shooting out fireworks. It's more complicated than that, but I'm not good at explaining it. Like you can see. Now, we finally need 2 dispensers and something to make a clock out of. Observers might work, but right now we just simply don't have enough quartz to do that. So simply, let's get more quartz. Luckily, there's some just up here we don't have to go very far for. That'll work for right now. I'll get later. Some later. Now we get 4 observers, and this should be the easiest clock we can do for these 2 areas. To finally finish this, we gotta change how this is wired up, go into this, and you can split it half and half. Half make your rockets and half go into our system. That's done. Now if you put this redstone right here, it should go over there. But first, let's actually get rid of that because we need to make a glass tube go into our automatic sorting system. Which should be easy. We're just gonna pull this one out and bring it up and connect it to that one. If it's working, you can see it's connected to the creeper farm and the sugarcane farm, and it's going straight into our automatic sorting system. Overall, this is all going real well. The next project is actually very similar to this, just one difference. It's gonna be with bamboo, so we can get infinite wood. We got our slime back, so let's put the 2 in here. Perfect, now that's all running. Before we turn this on, we actually have to get the hopping minecarts in there. 8 should be more than enough. Now those are in, let's see if it actually works. Perfect. This should be going all the time, and now we can actually run a sugarcane farm all the time. Now we have to actually turn these into it's blocks and then planks, so we can actually start getting all the other stuff. Now, let's get these in here. We have to expand this one more time. And we actually expand this one more. This is so it's going both ways, so if it's not right here, it keeps looping. And if it's not in the sort, it just keeps looping forever. Now this is sorted out. Let's actually make another one for stuff that's not in here. This would be for this one because this has like bones and other stuff sometimes. So we can actually mix it in here. Wait a minute. Let's actually move it to the string one. Just so that we don't have stuff floating around. Perfect. Time to connect this to our auto sorting system, which is actually starting to become real helpful. Glad I actually did it. Perfect. Now this is done. We can put this rester around here, and it's running. It's going all the way through, and it's in the track. That's good. And this is our last actual farm for the day. Now we're gonna work on down here, but we're not gonna make a building. We're gonna start digging this down, and it's gonna be like a moat. Now the next stage is to make a brick one, then we're gonna put in the polished deep slate. Perfect, the bricks are in, so now let's start to get this polished deep slate to finish a little pattern. Now, we're gonna use half of this to make it blue, and we're gonna use that other half to make it purple. Luckily, I have the poppies right here, so we basically have unlimited red dye. But before we start our little thing, we have to get at least a stack of emeralds so we can light it up. We just have to wait here to get chorus fruit from our 2 little chorus plants. This one should grow. I'm not sure if this one's gonna grow again. And while we're here, we can actually start getting more honey from little 2 bees. Now that we got all this done, let's start to get this started. Boom, done. Perfect. It gives that moat vibe that I was going for while having more depth, and it's very similar to what I did with the thing right here, and it doesn't even glitch out that much, which is pretty good. And later we can actually put like a bridge over it, considering it is 1 block off, and right here I could put like stairs and a wall blocking it off, which would make sense. Now I gotta print this over to the other side, but I'm just gonna do that off camera because it is real boring. Now I'm gonna actually get some leaves and more glass so we can actually finish our bamboo farm so nothing falls out, because bamboo tends to get real high. Scrap the idea of the leaves, we can just do glass. It's not gonna match the other leaves, but it doesn't really matter because we have to get real high so nothing falls out. Again, like I said, a good more than that right here should be tall enough, and that's like 15 blocks. Perfect, this is done. Now we just have to copy this over here, but I'm gonna run it first to see if any of it falls out. Perfect, none of it actually falls on right here, so we shouldn't have to place any more glass. Hopefully the hoppers are strong enough to control that, because we have all of this happening too. You can see the bamboo planks already gone. This is actually turned out pretty nice. While we have this last couple minutes, we can actually use it pretty well and use these chests because we need to put bones in rotten flesh because of this build right here, which is a pain, but it'll work. It just stretching it a little bit farther. And we actually have those bamboo, so we can do this pretty easy. So basically we're just gonna pull it out this much. Hopefully there should be enough room for everything, and if it's not, we can either push it back or bring it over here. It shouldn't be something we have to mess with, but it might be. Now we have to actually get signs so we know what is what. Either signs or the item frames, but I do not. Oh, I have some leather right here so we can start it. 3 would be good, so we can get the poppies, iron, and this one, the string. So that's part of it done. Now all we have left is to wait for the planks to come in. I just turned on the machine, so it should speed up. But right now we have about, let's say, 5 stacks of wood we need just to get close to this, so I just might need to get it done. While we wait, I'm actually gonna look for some cows for more item frames. They should be around here somewhere. We found our cows. That's 2, 4, 6, 5. So that should be enough more, but let's chase this one down just to make sure. Right now we don't have very much else to store, but I can think of a lot more stuff we could use. That's all the stuff we have going in the system labeled, but I'm gonna put item frames in this just to get it done. This, boom, 4, and it won't go all the way, but it'll go real close. So this is about all we're gonna have today. It's a short episode that took a long time. We did do a lot and I got sick in the middle of it, so don't forget to like and subscribe. and I'll see you next time.